Hi everyone! In this video, we are going to try to tackle oh my gosh, the third pillar of this channel, which is the thing about ADHD, but we're also trying to do it in 5 minutes. So without further ado, I have the timer, the handy dandy timer, and we're going to set it for 5 minutes and get started. Okay, so the thing with the ADHD, it's probably one of the newest elements of my life, but it's also maybe one of the oldest elements of my life that was just an unknown element. And it's one of those things where I have a hard time talking about this part of my life because it's something that's very new to me, but it's also something that I'm not used to opening up to just anybody about this element of my life. So it's a little awkward to be talking about it because I'm already awkward about talking about things online, and then tackling something that's super personal, it's like really awkward. But anyways, so the reason I wanted to make this the third element of this channel is because it's an interesting thing to be diagnosed at the age that I am, because I've been able to compensate for this and get through my life up until this point, never having it never occurred to me that I could even potentially have ADHD. At the same time, though, that probably also led to a lot of the negative views I have had of myself over the years, because I thought that there was just, something inherently wrong with me as a person. And that, yeah, I don't know. So I could go down a rabbit hole, but that's not the purpose of the video. So, yeah, so it's one of those things where it just never occurred to me. And I've been able to get through my life to this point with not knowing it was ADHD. However, at the same time, as a result, I am still struggling with certain elements that I thought was just something wrong with me as a person. And so now I'm trying to make sense of that. And so now that I have this diagnosis, I go, oh, I get it. Now all of these different things about, certain moments in my life, certain things that I do, certain behaviors or things like that, it all makes sense. It's the puzzle is coming together, is being pieced together little by little. But it also means that some of those compensations were helpful skills. Some of those compensations maybe were hindrances to my work, not being able to have certain skills that are maybe honed in towards people with ADHD. I really struggled with a lot of things that caused a lot of anxiety and depression. And so it's one of those things where it's just there's a positive and negative to this, all of this. And I'm at a point where, okay, now I know, I have the information. So now it's, what are the next steps, right? What can I do about it? What tools can I use to improve my daily stressors, as you could say? How could I improve my ability to complete things? Just the process of self-discovery, while I'm also learning helpful skills and techniques that can help me get through what I couldn't necessarily compensate for over the years. So because I'm in a grad program, that alone has made me realize more where I've been able to compensate, but then also where I have not been able to, and trying to juggle all of that. But then on top of that, ADHD also affects just personal life aspects, right? And how your ability to fulfill certain things or do things, or walk out the door in 5 minutes when you intended to walk out the door in 5 minutes. That's a long story, but those kind of things. Like there's small mundane things about like everyday life that can be pose a challenging, and it has a rippling effect on everything else in your life. So this element of this channel is not meant to say, oh, this is an excuse as to why I can't do things, but more of trying to demonstrate an element of self-discovery and understanding how it functions in my life, and be able to maybe share the ways and the strategies or skills or tools that I have learned about that has allowed me to be able to improve my daily function in life. So that was just the alarm for the 5 minutes. So in future videos, it may not be standalone videos. It might be just integrated into videos about school or, like the fitness, personal life, self-care element, or it could be standalone. It could be any element. But yeah, so that is the third pillar of this channel that you will likely see in upcoming videos. So until next time, have a good day.